Back to the hood. I got called back to the hood. You see, when I wear the hood, it's a huge difference in my character now. You see, I don't do anything, I don't say anything, and I don't be in anyone's way. So, there is nothing to fear. I haven't done anything wrong. I refuse to do wrong. And that's the greatest gift, to know how to refuse the wrong, so you know how not to screw up. Now, see, there's been a lot of changes about my personality now. I'm just at a loss of words sometimes, because I gotta look at myself now and be like, I cannot believe what I just went through. I cannot believe what I've been through. I cannot believe what I have actually passed. And every time I seem to backtrack to the one decision I made, which was right before the toughest years of my life, is that I gave my life to the Lord, and then before I knew it, all the blessings, this is falling out the sky because of everything I had to go through in front of my face. Now it's like I get my reparations. And I'm like, well, I never complained. I've endured the amount of suffering and the personal sacrifices to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I'm like, see, he never fails or never disappoints. May not be there when you want him to be, but he's always on what time? See, I'm that smart. Come on, man. Like, y'all gotta stop underestimating me sometimes, because yes, I be on the lookout for him too. And it's just as simple for me. Just wait. Have the patience. You've already been having the most insane patience of waiting for a golden opportunity. So all you gotta do is just wait and see just how he sends you the gifts that you so deserve. And this smile should just say it all, because I wasn't doing that enough, and I hardly ever liked doing that sometimes, because before the changes in my life, it felt like happiness was just temporary. You'll only be happy for a little bit, but then you'll go back to the same personal suffering or the personal darkness that you have. And that was kind of my character as I was growing up in life, was that it was always a personal darkness. It wasn't like you know how people try to tell you should smile more, they try to talk to you, try to lift up your spirits. It's like you can feel it within your own like body or like natural force or something. Like your natural aura, like you just do not feel good. You don't feel good, you don't want to smile, and you just feel like there isn't any love that has been brought to you. You just feel like it has either been fake love or just you just don't think anyone is genuine enough, because you feel like you have the genuine care but nobody else does the same. So after experiencing like things that I'm like, I wouldn't do this to somebody, but certain people be like, they know what they did what they did, they might have said sorry for it, but they were like, well, I still ain't taking my decision back, or sometimes they might not regret it until later when they actually get really get into a jacked up situation as a result to them like trying to like get back at you for something that you did that you might just never did, and never want to intentionally screw them up or never wanted to intentionally mess them up. But it's like, how you don't have that personal like revenge thing that you want to just get back at everybody that ever like came at you, and it would have been that, but another way is just being peaceful, walking away and being peaceful. And sometimes people forget that is the most maturest, or maybe that's not even the word, that is the most mature the most mature decision, to just walk away. And you'll listen to the comments, and then you'll have to realize it's just comments. As you're walking away, the sounds of those comments is dying down, because the more you walk away, the more you get further away to never even want to hear that stuff. And I was taught that a lot of my life, of just walking away. But sometimes there's some things you can't walk away from, because it keeps on coming in front of your face. They keep jumping in front of you now. They keep, speeding and like just blocking you and be like, now what? It's like a now what? It's like they want to see you get angry sometimes too. And I'm like, unbelievable that people want to see me get angry, because they like, it's in you. It's in you. Like, you gotta show it. You gotta pull it out, because you can't hide it, bro. It's everybody gotta go through it. I'm looking like, watch how I do it differently, okay? Watch how the fuck I do it differently. And with fucking ease. I'm like, you see, I'm a simple person, and I'm a simple man. A simple man with a simple dream, with a simple life. And if you can't keep it that simple, I'm like, what the fuck do I need you in my life for? Because I don't need any bit of like negativity. I don't need no bit of negativity, no drama, no fake shit, You get tired of seeing the fake shit, and it's like, do they realize how fake that they are right now? Probably not. They don't realize this shit, because they think they know what they're doing. And you're the realest person. Like, motherfucker, if you don't correct yourself right now before I really get you the fuck up out of here, thinking that you gonna run me like that, thinking you gonna play me like that, thinking you gonna tell me what to do, or thinking you gonna just have me in this little manipulation, like, oh, he don't know what he doesn't know. Oh, see, he don't know it, so nah, fuck that nigga, he ain't got no shit. And then it's like, wow, so it's like the shit that happens underneath of you. And I'm like, well, now I realize why I wasn't supposed to stand over here. See, all motherfuckers was trying to claw at my feet at the same time. I'm like, okay. And now when I move over here, and when it's the most safest, most greatest spot to be at, I'm like, yo, all I did was move now. And people probably thought I couldn't move or something, or didn't want to, because I just sat in one place all the time. But I was like, there was a reason why. There was a real reason why I just sat in one place for a long time to figure some stuff out. You see, last year it made it so easy for that because everybody had to stay inside the house. So it made total sense on me coming out saying, yeah, I experienced something prior to staying in the house like I was supposed to. Naturally, I could stay in the house. And I'm like, of course there was going to be a connection made prior to me being so obedient, as they say. Being very, very obedient, yes, has its perks. Because you learn how to maintain how to be obedient where you go. So think about the jobs. Oh, I've always been obedient on jobs. All I said was, bro, I just had struggle waking up because I had terrible sleeping habits when I was growing up in life. So yes, they carried over as I was growing up. And when it came times for where it was crucial for me to start waking up, my body was not feeling it at all because I didn't get enough sleep. And it was kind of like you can't force nobody to go to sleep. So it's like, that's where the problem was too. You couldn't force me to go to sleep. If you told me to go to sleep, I'm going to stay up. And I'm going to stay up and stay up And yeah, stay up in the late hours that you're not really supposed to stay up at, and then you see some shit, and they're like, oh, this means I'm gonna remember this. This means it's gonna scar my mind. This means I'm gonna have to think about this, and I'm gonna know about some stuff, and I'm gonna have to detox on this stuff later, so I really don't do nothing stupid. So yeah, think about me detoxing on some negative shit that how you get hit with negative thoughts that you gotta just drown out and be like, wait a second, I don't even want to think like this, so I just gotta find some way to just let it loose. Or I don't want to sound like this when I finally speak to people, or I don't want to end things off on like a fiery curse out because something was said that got me sensitive to where I'm like, yo, I need to hold back on my tongue because I could say something that really destroys this whole conversation or destroys your whole like feelings. And it's kind of like, I won't care, because it's like I have got enough words said to me in my life that has made me cry all by myself, to the point where it ain't shit you can tell me now. That kind of return. It ain't shit you can tell me, especially when the hood's on, bro. What you mean? I had to remember my roots for a second, because even though I felt really nervous to come out this way, I realized in my life it was gonna explode. It was just gonna explode, and then I was gonna have to like regain myself. So life has definitely changed for the better for me, and I don't know how more clear I can make that he's real. For those that question that, or for those that be wondering, how does he work his magic? I'm like, well, I saw it in my face. And I remember when people used to tell me when I was in school, I was one of those kids that actually you could tell that there was something wrong because I always had a hunchback. You know, I was the kid that wore the pop-up clothes because that's how my pop dressed me. Wore pop-up clothes, wore the like large shirts and stuff. You know, made my arms look freaking. Oh my gosh, back when people wore like the extra large sized shirts and stuff, man, I'm looking like the way I was dressing. It really bothered me because it made me realize what the attraction. It was like, because I wasn't attracting enough, my body really felt like I wasn't like motivated within myself. And I even noticed that people told me I had the hunchback and I walked funny and all that, and I'm like, it's because I don't know how to function, you know. I don't know how to fix myself, you know, because nobody has really given me like a proper guidance on, you know, fixing yourself like emotionally. And it's like emotions are real, but emotions are also contagious. And when you got told all your life that nothing's wrong with you, I'm like, there was some things wrong, and I just needed to point them out. Sometimes it may come out in a very, very aggressive way, because this is how I have to get my words out. Because if I try the nice guy route, it's not gonna happen. That's when it's the whole, you've been nice for too long. You gotta start being more what? Mean. You gotta start putting the mean face on. You gotta start being a little bit disrespectful. Because it's like some people actually need to be disrespected, since they probably do a lot of disrespecting too. When they get disrespected, then it's all about they wanting to fight. And that's when, you realize you triggered them. Because I can get disrespected and not even fight a damn soul. You get disrespected and now it's like, okay, fight me, motherfucker. What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? It's like what happened to the personal chill that you're supposed to have? Isn't that part of growing up and maturing? The personal chill. It's not feeding into any of that bullshit, man. Cause, man,